Okay, so there's a particular gene, GES5R32, that encodes a receptor protein that influences the ability to smell the flower scent emitted by roses. So just to give you an idea, if we think about like a G protein linked receptor in a cell membrane, so this protein, so if there's like a scent that attaches to this G protein, this is going to be the receptor protein that that odor molecule attaches to. And so when we talk about genes coding for proteins, it's very important how our proteins fold up. And if there's a difference in our like DNA that codes for this particular protein, that's what we talk about when we talk about different forms of alleles. And so this is true for like tasting things. You have the different taste receptors, you have odor receptors, and the variation in our abilities to taste or to smell will be due to the variation in how our proteins fold up or whether or not we even have those proteins. So in this question, the gene has two alleles, a dominant wild type allele that enables an individual to smell the roses. So we're going to go like this. It says it's dominant, so you can smell the roses. And then it says the recessive mutant allele interferes with the ability of the individual to smell the roses. So they are a non-smeller. So I imagine, as I visualize what this is saying, is that this protein is maybe not shaped correctly, and they never receive the information of that nice smell. So a true breeding smeller, true breeding is homozygous dominant, is mated with a true breeding non-smeller. Their F1 is test crossed. So let's go ahead and see what their F1 are. When we set up this cross, we find that all of their offspring are hybrids, and they're heterozygous for the ability to smell. And when we say they are test crossed, that means they are crossed with a homozygous recessive. And it asks for what is the phenotypic ratio of the F2 progeny. So progeny means offspring. So let's go ahead and do the cross of the F1 hybrid and a test cross individual. And we find that the phenotypic ratio is 1:1, or a 50%. So every time they have an offspring, there's a 50% chance they'll be able to smell the roses and a 50% chance that they won't.